Yep, this is DaLyn.
Okay. Yep, I will be, let's meet at the center. I'll be there in just a few minutes. I think that works for you. Animals, you know exactly where you stand with them. They're not gonna lie to you. They just wanna be alive. And we keep impacting them in horrible ways. Got a lot of speckles. So I went to school in computer sciences, got into the career field, and absolutely hated my life. My sister found a job at a local nature center for wildlife rehabilitation. It's like, hey, DaLyn, this is right up your alley. You should do this. And I was like, this is perfect. I can fix them, work with them, and set them free. Getting that job, working with animals again, that's where my soul's at. And I started getting excited to go to work again. Last year, we got a call from the city, and they said that Dinosaur Park was ready to proceed with expansion, and they had raised the money to do so, and that we would need to move. They gave us 180 days to move out. That's impossible. In order to get an additional 180-day extension, we had to have hit a whole bunch of check boxes. A big checkbox was either to have signed a 5-year lease or to have purchased a property. So we had 6 months to do that in. So going from thinking we're in our forever home, we're moving forward, we're doing great, trainings, investing in lab equipment, and just improving our services to, we gotta go. We built this wall right here. We built it. So one of my concerns is, because this is an old home, this is going to be a money pit for us. So long-term staying here, we really am not super excited about doing at all. And so it's this cement plaster. I don't know my building stuff, but it's a hard cementish type material, and it crumbled. It's just nasty. We're noticing that this floor does not match up with the baseboard over here.
Wow.
Yeah.
The intention at the time was for the Wildlife Rehab Center to be in that space for roughly 5 years while they were looking for their permanent home. And fast forward here to today, and we're actually at that point where the rehab center is going to be moving to a new space, and the dinosaur park will now be able to do some of the expansions that they've planned on for a while.
It's kind of like one of those big moments in time, like 9/11. You never forget where you're at and exactly what you're doing, exactly all the smells in the room, everything just froze. It was pretty much a giant gut punch. Just had no clue it was coming.
The dinosaur park sees 150 to 170,000 visitors from all over the country every year, and you know, it certainly is a treasure to the city, and as is the Wildlife Rehab Center, you know, but the dinosaur park is ready to see that growth, and here we are.
We have to be here. I mean, we take in about 4,000 animals a year. That's 4,000 dead animals every year if we don't exist. That's not acceptable. It just can't be. So.
The Stewart Museum has been around, I think since 2005. These statues can be very hard to take care of. Keeping up with their needs from year to year requires some dedicated facilities. One of the things when we were building it, we were originally going to put it kind of on the fence line there so that it would work with the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. And when we were doing that, the city asked, well, okay, if that center were not there, would you make a bigger hatchery? And we'd say, yes, absolutely, we do need more room.
My mother and father divorced when I was really young, so I was probably like 3, somewhere in there, and we spent a lot of time outside. That was back in the day where mom kicked the kids out and they were left to fend for themselves. And because I was the oldest, I spent a lot of time on my own outside. In my child brain, my lab, she would go out and what I thought in my mind was rescuing the animals. She'd bring me rabbits and snakes and frogs and all these animals that were obviously in need of help. And she was bringing them to me to help them. And so I had this little hospital under my bed to help these animals until I got caught one day. That didn't go so well. But it kind of got me that initial connection. Finished dinner. For the first 2 months after I found out the news, I did go to a dark place and I could not function. It took me 2 months before I could even talk about it. It was a really dark place and it was really hard to just kind of get my head around it, that I can't go there, because if I do, then everything dies. And that's on me, and that's not okay. So right now we're working with the 2 rehabilitators down south from us a little bit, and they're shuffling around some of their animals they have in care right now to be able to accommodate the ones that we have left over. So this guy was orphaned, and but with Beaver, they have to stay in with us for 2 years. So this beaver is now a year old, and it can't be released for another year. There's nowhere in the state to transfer this animal to. And I've got about 3 weeks left to try to find somewhere out of state that can take him, or she'll be put down. We have success. Oh no! No! Water is leaking. The current facility, or the one we're moving out of, that facility was very specifically designed and built to house animals and do education. We didn't have any savings for this. We're a nonprofit. Right now, housing is expensive. When we found this property, at first it was like, well, the price is right, but no, it's not a great location. It's a hot mess. And then after continuing looking, and we're pushing that envelope on that time, this was it.
I don't know if it's ever really a good time to move, but it's essential for the success of both organizations, and that truly is the intention of the city. We want both organizations to be successful.
Have you been through Dinosaur Park?
I have. I have, raised my kids in Ogden, and we went to Dinosaur Park frequently. It's a wonderful space. It's all about education and community, and really is unique. I don't think that there are any places like that in the Western United States that compare to how great the Dinosaur Park is.
Have you been around with some of the animals at the center?
Personally, I've not. No, I've seen them on social media, and they are cute, but yeah, I haven't been there to see them. Hopefully everybody can recognize that both of those groups they play a key role in our community, and they both deserve, wild success.
He'll try to eat us. He'll eat us. Sir, go in. No, go home, Johnny. Yeah, we're going from this quiet, beautiful parkway area to Washington Boulevard. we've known for the past year this was the plan, is to have the building come down. And I had big plans to be brave and be there when it happens. And when I went this morning just to kind of see what was going on and saw it in that condition, it was too much. It's like seeing a friend just laid out and guts open. Yeah. So our program takes in about 4,000 animals a year. Without this program, those animals die. And this decision was made with no regard for those animals at all. We have animals going extinct all over the place, and the dinosaur park is going to add to the problem. So all the animals, we were able to get them all out. So the beaver went to a zoo, and then our other guys are with us. So yeah, our plan is to get open as soon as we can. This is just a horrible situation that's not okay. It took a lot for me to get kind of that point where, like, wait a minute, what are you doing? You're wasting time here. You don't have time, and it's not going to stop anything from happening if you don't get up and move.
I did that one and it was okay. Works great. Anyone need mom?
So our past few weeks has been nothing short of chaos. There's gonna be some shelves around here that'll have baby birds on them. What's mom doing? Finding some paper? Stand back. So I am very close with all my kids and my grandkids, and I have finally met my soulmate, which I never thought I would, because I can't make bad choices. Oh, that's Margaret. I don't want Margaret. Margaret don't like me. I'll come out and talk to her. So Aria actually was part of our wedding. And so Buzz and I were married at the old center. And she was part of the ceremony.
Cupid is the name that we gave to a pigeon. I was here here at the house with my garage door wide open doing some woodwork, and a pigeon walks in. I realized that I needed to find a place that could take care of it, so I called the nature center and took it in there for the following day, which was happened to be the 3rd of February when I went in. That's also our wedding day. So we began working together after some time, and he had asked if we could go out. Like, no, I don't have time. This is my life. I have no time for this. I've got things to do. And so he talked me into being movie buddies. Several years later, we're married. He just now figured out what this really is. And so, yeah, it actually helped wildlife help bring us together. And me finally finding my soulmate. Hi, sir. He's a real gentle giant.
Yeah. Jump when you say. We can't go in until you stop. Here we go.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
You are?
No, that makes it easier so that they clean it.
It's been a rough one.
Yeah, beyond rough, and amazing that you guys rebounded. Thank God.
We need people to be aware, to connect with nature, to pay attention, to be good stewards. We are taking over habitat and environment so rapidly, and we're having such impact on their world, and that's not our right. And we need people supporting our cause because we are doing that at such a rapid pace that animals can't evolve that quickly. We're asking them to evolve too fast and they can't do it, and we're wrecking their lives. We need to be aware and get people involved, help us out, ask questions, and just kind of connect with that wild spirit.
Inside my heart, where no one has been before, that's where you are.